Hello and welcome to a BWB bonus stream. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to play some Hearthstone tonight on my Wednesday weekly bonus stream. That's right, Wednesday nights I usually play for, an hour and a half to 2 hours, a game of some sort. Tonight, that game is, of course, Hearthstone. I'm going to throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe emote in the chat. If you're a subscriber, you can throw those back at me. If you're not a subscriber, you can just say hi or hey or throw an emote at me. Aristophan saying evening. Hello to you, Aristophan. Happy to have you here. I'm going to go ahead and load up the old Hearthstone, get that loaded up. I got my deck tracker ready to go. Join the Libram Pally gang. We're cool here, says Asmo. Hey, Asmo, it's been a hot minute. Happy to have you here. Lashbrook is here, of course. Not of course, but is here, and we're excited about that. And yeah, happy to have you here. But yeah, thanks to everybody that's here in chat. This might be, as always, on Wednesday night. Sometimes we get a bunch of friends coming by. Sometimes we're a little late on the old attendance. But that's okay, because the most important thing is that people have fun. Now, I'll go in a minute or two. I'll start talking about the decks that I will be playing tonight. I have two decks that I really like. And if they're both a bust, then we'll just go ahead and go back to one of my favorites. They're both wild decks. They are both pretty strong. One, I think, is a good deck, and one is not a good deck, but it's a fun deck. And if the one that I think is good is actually good, is probably up for a mild amount of debate. But I do think it's neat. I'll say that. I think that my Druid deck is pretty kind of fun, and so we'll take a look at that. Basically, as you know, when I get, Asmo says, a late summer fall, get super busy at work, happy to catch a Hearthstone stream. Well, Asmo, I'm happy you're here. If you haven't been able to check out the VODs, Monday's VOD, I think you would find interesting, because I worked on Polar Lights. It's a company I've never bought from before. They make Star Trek model kits. Is it a very detailed kit? No. Did I spend a lot of time putting decals on? Yeah, it's got a lot of decals. It wants paint and decals, and it got itself some decals. So they did that on Monday. I'm going to keep doing more decals on Thursday, just because why not? But yeah, I got a couple decks, and we'll talk about those in a moment or two. I'm going to go give the old refresh. Like I said, this might be a real light stream. We may not get too many people. That's okay if we don't. I hope we do, but I'm also okay if we don't. So let's see here. Gonna retweet that. Get there. Let the people know that we're going, and then we'll go over to game footage. Going to have some background noise, but not too much here. And let's go to the game. So here we are. I have two decks that we'll be playing tonight primarily. The first deck is called Grand Spite. The idea is that we are looking to play Spiteful Summoner. We'll look at that with a Spiteful. This is Spiteful Summoner. You reveal use battle cries. It reveals a spell from your deck. You summon a random minion with the same cost. Well, we only run 2 copies of 2 spells in our deck, and they're both 10 cost spells. So we will bring a 10 cost minion, and because we're playing wild, that opens up to a lot of great stuff. Are there bad 10 drops? Yes. You've got King Pharaohs, which is just a 5/5. That doesn't really help you too much. If you end up with extra mana, maybe you're going to get yourself a thing that makes all your minions cost 1. That's pretty great to have on the board. But you could also get, like a 7/5. You could get Cthulhu, or not Cthulhu, Yogg. Not the best, but there's definitely a variety there of great 10 cost. Now, there's also, along with that, is Grand Archivist. Grand Archivist. We gotta put the brands. Let's just do Grand Arc. We'll do that. Grand Archivist. At the end of your turn, so it's the end. It's not a battle cry. It'll happen more than once. It costs 8 mana. That's fine. You cast a spell from your deck. Target chose randomly. Now, this leads to some issues because one of our spells, Ultimate Infestation, deals 5 damage, draws 5 cards, gains 5 armor, summons a 5/5 ghoul. Does it sometime hit one of your minions? like Grand Archivist? Yes. Does it sometimes hit your own face, negating the armor, basically? Yes. But the other coin is that maybe you're going to pull Survival of the Fittest, which is gives 4+4 to all your minions in your hand, deck, and battlefield. If you can play that for free, that is a huge amount of damage. So, what else does this deck do? Well, we're running a lot, some control stuff. We're running a lot of beasts because this deck really, I think, wants beasts, especially when you take into Shandu Wildclaw, which is great for giving your beast +1/+1. Because you want to use Escaped Mana Saber. Escaped Mana Saber gives you 1 mana crystal, so it lets you on turn 5 after you attack with this on turn 4. On turn 5 you can play Spiteful Summoner because you'll have 6 mana. You also have Twilight Runner, which when attacks draws 2 cards, which is great for card draw. That also is a beast. You've got some low-cost 1-drops. You've got Animated Broomstick, not a beast, but the battle cry is it gives your other minions rush. So if you play this on turn 7, you play Spiteful Summoner, you get a 10-drop, and then you play Animated Broomstick, and your 10-drop now has rush, and also your Spiteful Summoner has rush. It's a great card there. Brand Bronzebeard is great for late game with some of the battle cries here. Particularly, Bran Bronzebeard is fantastic with your Aspirant because it gives you gain a mana crystal, and then Death Rattle you lose a mana crystal. Or if you play double your battle cry, you gain 2 mana crystals, and you don't lose 2. So that's a great little combo there for mid-game when you're just trying to complete your mana pool or create your 10 mana. Because you might want to play a Survival of the Fittest on turn 10. You might want to play Ultimate Infestation to get some card draw because you've burned through your cards. Bad Luck Albatross is, 1, it's a big beast for the mana cost. 2, its Death Rattle annoys Singleton decks greatly. So it's just a good thing to have. Vicious Scalehide for a little bit of healing because you can armor up, but this gives you a little bit there. Also, it naturally has rush, and if this becomes a 5/8, then you're healing for 5. So that's pretty great. Yeah, I think that's it. This is a... Oh, yeah, and also we've got Grok Crawler here, which if you run into a pirate deck in Wild... That's just great. Also, it's a 2/3 for 2, so it's a good one. It is pretty nice. So that's that one deck there. The other deck we're going to play is Big Wulp. And Big Wulp is a weird deck that I've kind of put together based on some suggestions from some people with my own kind of flair about it. But you can see there. Here's the Wulpertinger. You summon a copy of this, right? So you play this card, you summon a copy of it. Well, we've got cards in here to make that bigger. So we're going to make it bigger. And the idea is, turn 6, turn 7, turn 8, you can play Tundra Rhino, and you can play a beefed up a Wulp, and suddenly do massive face damage. And if you don't want to use one, you can use Hunting Party to copy it. So turn 7, you can play several of them. The idea is to hopefully get those in your hand. So we've got Loot Hoarder and Novice Engineer and Scavenger's Ingenuity and Master's Call. We've got ways to pull it. We also have Ramp to copy a random beast in your hand to give you more chances to have one of these buffed, because what's the downside of this deck? Well, one, you just get destroyed by anyone that's not control. This deck isn't good, so you're just going to get trounced with that. So a Scrap Shot, also great, also doing damage and also buffing. What ends up happening a lot is you draw your Tundra Rhino early, and you're just buffing your Tundra Rhino, and it sucks. It sucks so much to buff your Tundra Rhino. It's really frustrating. So this is a variation of the get it charged beast, the boar, buff it up, play it with Tundra Rhino. Because this one you're going to get two. So it is definitely an improvement on that. Obviously, you don't have the charge, so that's why you need the Tundra Rhino. I'm looking for decks to use this because this is my legendary that I kept from packs, Shandu Wildclaw. Because also a cool thing about Shandu is if you're playing this turn 10, if you survive this turn 10, you can play Tundra Rhino, your Wulp, and then copy it with Shandu and get another one, which is a nice big burst. You can also play that with Tundra Rhino if you happen to buff your Tundra Rhino to accidentally, inadvertently buffed it up. You can copy that or copy it with that or copy with Hunting Party. This is not a good deck, but it's a fun one, and we're going to start with that. So those are the two decks that I'll be playing this evening. And of course, I do have other decks that I can always pull out. My Portal one is still fun. My Evolved deck is still fun. My Beast deck, not good. That's not a good deck, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I've got a couple that I like here. I have not played the new Tavern Brawl for this week. I don't know. I don't know why I would tonight. I usually play it on Thursday or whatever, just to get a free pack. Let's start with Grand Spite because this is a deck that I think is going to actually do okay. We are ranked 4 here. We're climbing. We're going for it. We're building. We're making the moves. Trying to get to the next tier there by the end of the month. I don't think we will, but we could. Tavern Brawl is choose 3 cards to make a deck, says a Risk fan. Okay, it's that one. All right, I'll check that out tomorrow. I wonder with the new cards what that could be, because that's interesting when you add in a new expansion. So I don't know why Deck Tracker isn't tracking this deck, but it's not. Deck Tracker. I don't know why Deck Tracker is not showing me the full list here. That's annoying. So sorry about that, folks. It'll build it as I play, I guess. I don't know why it is choosing. Maybe I'll close out a Deck Tracker and reopen it here. But also let me figure out what I want, which is I don't want that. I don't want that. I actually don't want that yet. I'm looking for ramp stuff. All right, so let me just deck here. Bring up Deck Tracker. All right. Okay, discover a minion. Your deck has. Oh, okay. So we got that. Oh, we did get a Spiteful Summoner. We can always do that on turn 5 with the coin, which will be fine. Yeah, this one, I don't know why this deck is just not showing up, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. All right, we'll play this. We've got some good stuff in here. We can always play that. Basically, this deck, it wants you to play your Spiteful or your Grand Archivist as soon as you can because you don't want to draw the cards. You don't want to draw those 10 drops and then not be able to use them and have to play them just regular. You don't want to do it if you can avoid it. Come on, I'm playing Hearthstone over here. Come on, Sky Slayer. Let's do this thing. Let's go. Come on, Sky Slayer. Come on, Sky Slayer. I want to play this deck. I got people watching. There are several people watching the stream. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, I would like you to not discover a secret or discover spells. I mean, you're going to play secrets. Well, I can't do this, but I can do... Hey, this is an important thing. A thing that I forget sometimes. So I'm going to give you that. If you're playing Animated Broomstick, play it at the end because it's a battle cry. It is a battle cry. It is a battle cry. It's not when this is on the board. It's a battle cry. So it doesn't mean like as long as it's on the board. Oh man, I hated rushers when I played Magic. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So it grants things rush. That is a thing. But it doesn't do it in perpetuity. It's just a battle cry. So don't play it before you play other minions. Remember that, because I have made that mistake before. Yeah, you're gonna shoot that. Great. That is your turn. Okay. Um, I think, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. I would love to ramp up a bit. I didn't even attack there. I messed up. That's me. Could have swung in for one, and I didn't. It's okay. That one won't come back to haunt me. Yes, yeah, it will. It'll probably come back to haunt me. No, I meant people trying to rush your turn. Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing this because I'm playing this, and I would like to play. If this person wants to think and go through their things, of course. But, I got people watching. I like to keep things moving. Hey, somebody renewed their subscription. If you'd like to hit that notification so we know that you renewed, please feel free to hit that button so that we can all say thank you. You don't have to, but if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to. So we used our coin in order to make it so that they couldn't discover spells, even though they have not played any secrets yet. And we have no good turn 4 play, which is a shame. So we'll just do this. Our opponent is definitely trying to get a certain card to then use, so they're most likely have some spell burst cards that they're trying to draw for to then use some of their hopefully cheap, inexpensive spells that they've generated. That's my assumption. I don't know, but that is what I'm assuming based on their slow play. But you know what? Hey, we don't mind slow play. If they're actually going to do something, we can always do Ziliax, which will be helpful. If they're choosing not to do anything, if they're waiting for us to make a move, that's also okay. We can play Twilight Runner and get some draw. We did draw one of our 10 drops. We have 3 more 10 drops left in the deck. It was me who subscribed with Prime. I don't know how to do that on mobile. Sharks, thank you so much. I'm going to hit the thank you anyway. Thank you for letting us know. Appreciate it. Yeah, it should have showed up in your chat. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't work on mobile. But thank you so much for renewing with Twitch Prime. I appreciate it very much. Okay, so they didn't play a card for us to rush into. So we'll just play that, and we'll get a 6 drop here. We did draw another one of our 10 drops. I got a notification at the start of the stream about my 24/7 months anniversary, but didn't share it since we were in the pre-roll time. Well, Asmo, I appreciate that very much. Thank you for your 27 months. We can hit the old applause as well. Asmo, appreciate that very much. All right, so what are you doing here? Okay. All right. Now you have a 5 drop. Now we can clear that with our 5/4. And okay. Hey, that not going to face makes me happy. Aristophan, tier 1, 24 months. Thank you so much for that. And then I got a little I got an emote, which is cool. Okay, so we're going to play this to see what we get first. Also, one of the reasons we didn't attack with this is because as I said, we have 2 cards in our deck that we don't want to draw yet. So, is this a great 10 drop for us? Kind of no. We could end up getting that. I would hope that they, maybe use their devolving missiles. Is this a great 10 drop for us? No, it's also not great for them either if they're going to want to draw from their deck. So let's get 2 cards. Neither of them is a 10 drop, which is great. We only have 2 10 drops left in our deck, but we also have not pulled any of the other cards that would use those. So we are okay at the moment. And now we can do fun things with other cards in our deck. And if we get to 10 mana, we then have Survival of the Fittest and Ultimate Infestation to just use. Okay, just going to use that. That's not a fireball to our face. So, okay. Let's hope that we do not draw that and start putting even more and taking damage. And maybe they'll do that. Okay, well, they're going to get their secret. Oh, they're drawing. Okay. To me, if it were me, I don't know if I would draw. Okay, they play a secret. Here's Grand Archivist, which we can play next turn, which will either buff all our minions in our deck at hand and the board, or it will shoot something for 5 and draw a bunch of cards. So, on the chance that it draws a bunch of cards, we should play some cards so that we don't see it. First, we're going to test. We're going to test for a bunch of different things that don't involve spells, because we can't play a spell right now. Okay. Yeah. So we've narrowed it down somewhat. These are reactionary spell. I mean, is it Ice Block? Probably. It's probably Ice Block. But it could be Counterspell, which would be a bummer. If we played a 10-cost spell, that would be a bummer. I assume it's Counterspell, because it shouldn't be duplicate, because our opponent doesn't have minions. So,
We have many.
yeah, because they created that one. Okay, new one. We do the whole thing again. I mean, let's do what the deck wants us to do. Let's do what the deck wants to do. Okay, we drew Ultimate Infestation. Yeah. And we shot Grand Archivist. I'm going to be honest with you, folks. That happens more than I would like. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We're not going to overdraw unless they have some draw for us. They could get us to overdraw here. All right. Okay. I assume that they're going to target Grand Archivist. Yeah, they did. Cool. Font of Power giving them some good cards for their deck. I'll say that. They're getting some synergy in their deck here. I don't like it. Oh, hey. I have to shoot it so that you get minions. Because we really want them to have minions, because they have a bunch of cards that says if there's no minions in your deck, and we would like them to have minions. Also, we'd like them to pull their Corrupted Blood. Oh, yeah, okay, here, have some minions. Enjoy your minions. Well, we drew a blood. So now we have 2 Corrupted Bloods. So a thing happens here where I don't know if Corrupted Bloods count for Spiteful Summoner or not. I actually don't know, and I'd want to find out. So we are going to do this, and then we're going to do this, so we're going to get 2 out here. It picked Corrupted Blood, which sucks. That sucks. And it picked Corrupted Blood.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that didn't go as well as I would have liked. Let's be honest. We did have 2 Corrupted Bloods in there, so... And that was Flame Ward. Okay. I didn't test for Flame Ward before I did that. I should have tested for Flame Ward before I played Bran into Spiteful Summoner. That's on me. I messed up. Also, that is, we found a car there. Definitely messes up your combos or the things of this deck. Our board's going to get pretty dang clear, probably. I assume. There's a ton of secrets to keep track of. Yes, you're right, but I didn't test for flame, and I should have. We can make this bigger if they're not going to kill it. We drew one of their albatrosses. Hey, why are we drawing our corrupted... Like, I know we have more corrupted bloods than our opponent does, but how about we stop drawing those? That would be pretty great. Here's the thing. I think this is Ice Block, but it could also be Counterspell. It could be Mana Bind or another wind portal. Or Spellbender. So we're not playing spells. We'll play this. Uh, play this. Let's, I don't want to copy that one. Yeah, we're just going to try to recover a little bit here. Just get some health back. Do our best. This is a good look at what this deck does. And to be fair, it does sometimes win. This game, we're not going to win. We're going to stick it out because I want to get better at it. Because I like this deck a lot. But yeah, this is not going to be a victory lap. We do have some stuff we can play around with animated broomstick. Oh, well, them having both those is bad. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, this is bad. Hey, Stone Tusk Boar. You have charge. That's fun. I would like to draw my other Grand Archivist. But also, I guess I don't want to draw it because I have a bunch of Corrupted Bloods. Alright, so we'll do this. And we'll do this. And we're going to do this. And it's not looking good. And, of course, we drew a Corrupted Blood. And, of course, we drew a Corrupted Blood. So, we're going to quit, because we're not going to, look, there is a possibility we were going to beat this deck. We now have 5 Corrupted Bloods, and they have drawn 0 of them. We're not going to win this one. Keep having to remind myself when I switch decks that I need to learn, play it first, and I will lose more often. Yeah. You should do. I try to often do casual when I'm still figuring out a deck. We'll switch over to Big Wulp, and I'll show you some Big Wulp action. It's a worse deck, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think like an important step in this is to okay, well, it's working for this deck, so that's good. Is to just try things out and see what works and what you like and how it goes. All right, so we got that. We've got some draw. We drew both of them. I'm going to put one back in because I would like to buff just this one. And some draw would be good. And we're going to let that go, even though that is great to play on turn 3 because I would like to get some buff cards in my hand. Obviously, we have a 1-drop that we aren't going to use. Okay, so now in this particular instance, because we drew Tundra Rhino. Well, we're going to say hello. We'll say hi. Because we drew Tundra Rhino, which we don't want to draw, we are going to draw the other Wulpertinger because what we want to do is increase the chance that we will buff one of these two and not this one. I got to Platinum for the first time this month, so overall I'm feeling pretty good. Ristafan, that's awesome. Congrats. Hey, a mage is playing Secrets. What is this, wild? Ha ha ha. This is also where I'm at in the rankings, I'm not surprised. That J.S. Fraser is playing a secret deck. But yeah, so now we have these two, so our buffs will hopefully hit one of these two and not this one. Again, is this a good deck? Absolutely not. But when you win with it, it feels pretty great, so I play it. Alright, so great, we hit that one. This is the one that's already great. So that means on turn 6, turn turn 6, Freudian slip or what? On turn 6, we could have 12 face damage. That's pretty good. We can also copy it now. On turn 5, we can copy this, and so we can get play one of these and play basically 4 of those, which is pretty good. I don't know if we will even get there. Hopefully our opponent just wants to draw more cards for their big swing turn, and we can actually do a bunch of damage before that. I would like to try to get a little face damage in if the most we can do is 22 in one turn. And that's turn 6. We also theoretically could play the other one if that gets buffed. I don't want to play Master's Call into this secret, but I don't mind playing Pressure Plate into the secret. So we'll do that because our opponent is going to play spells. So I don't mind playing that secret into that. Next turn, we can Master's Call. And we're looking for buff cards. We're looking for buff cards that aren't the other Scavenger's Ingenuity, which is a dead card. We have 1 dead card in our deck right now. Technically 2, because Shando only does 1 thing. Okay? Great. Our opponent didn't wait around for us too long to have that trap activated. Activated my trap card. It's a secret, but you know what I mean. All right. Tracking or Master's Call. Both are. If one of these gets countered, we have the other. I'm okay with that. That was counterspell. I'm alright with that. Tracking is probably better because you're going to remove a card from your 2 cards from your deck, so you can maybe draw a little bit cleaner. But we do have Master's Call to figure a card that we would want to play. And I don't quite know of these which I'm going to choose. I think we're going to do this one because there is a 1 in 3 chance that that will be this card, and we'll copy that. So that's pretty good. Again, we don't know what this other secret is. Is it Ice Block? Probably. It could be Flame Ward, though. So, oh great. Okay. Well, now we have several things. We're gonna play this. Okay. Great. Thank you. That's awesome. That is rad. We are going to limit the odds to a 50-50 that we copy one of the cards we want to copy. So now we have a 50-50 of this one being the one that's copied because it's a random beast. Your hand gets copied. And yes, we did it. Okay. We have lethal next turn. Not lethal. We don't have lethal technically. We could have lethal. We have a good chance at. We don't have lethal because on board we also have lethal, but I'm not expecting our opponent to let all of this stay on the board here. Also, they keep playing secrets, so we're going to test for Flame Ward with some of the cards on our here. We're going to copy because we got that. But yeah, let's. Okay. That was Ice Barrier this whole time. All right, that was Ice Barrier. I'm okay with that being Ice Barrier. Got that. Now we're going to test the other one for... okay. Great. And we'll do that. Now our opponent does have armor, which sucks. But we've got a lot of damage. And the only thing that I'm actually worried about is this being Explosive Ruins. If this is Explosive Ruins, we got to play one of these first. Which, okay, well, we didn't need Thunder Rhino to be the one to get that. I actually wish it wasn't Thunder Rhino, but that's okay. This will be the Thunder Rhino to play. And also, this Thunder Rhino will now survive if this is explosive ruin. So that's cool. Again, we're going to test for Flame Ward here. Well, we can't. Okay, we now can't test for Flame Ward. But that's all right. Our minions can survive that. We're going to go for it. So play this. Whoop. That's not... Shit, that's not what I wanted to do. This is not... I played the wrong card, so next turn we're going in. Hey, we're testing for Counterspell. Fuck. I legitimately played the wrong card. I played the wrong card, y'all. We now cannot go in this turn. But now we can test for... Okay. That is not Flame Ward, so that's cool. I hope we survive this turn. If we don't survive this turn, I really goofed, y'all. I goofed pretty bad. But you know, it is what it is. We did manage to lower the damage down some. Yeah, I just literally played the wrong card, and it was a card that I couldn't take back. Big old goof on my part. Alright, don't play another secret. Just don't play another secret. Okay. Alright. Let's try this combo this time. Boom. Okay. Clone. Great. Enjoy having a Tundra Rhino. Okay? Holy fucking shit, y'all. Neither of them was Ice Block. Neither of them was Ice Block. Neither of them was Ice Block, and we win with this very not good deck. We won with a not good deck because where I played poorly the previous turn because neither of them was Ice Block. Oh, that's lovely. Amazing win, Shark 2K. That's not always. I appreciate that. That is a what we call here in the business a lucky win, because as you can see, this deck is not good. Let's play another big womp. This deck should not be a winning deck. It's not good. But it is fun. All right, let me get in here and just go. I'm just tweeting out, trying to get... See if a few more works look of it. A lucky win is still a win. You're not wrong. And also, you know, if I'm beating... We defeated a deck that was a lot of secrets. As Casey Malone would say on his Magic streams, never punished. Yes, indeed, Asmo. Never punished. All right, so we definitely want this. Scrap Shot is just great to have. We don't want that. We are going to draw a Beast and buff it, so that's good. We did draw Womp-Tinger, which I'm not a big fan of, but it does mean that our Scrap Shot and our Hidden Cache can help that. Okay, you're going to play a bunch of spells. I mean, yeah, of course you're going to play a bunch of spells. All right, let's just get our other one out now. Great, it is the Womp. So we at least have a 3/3. We have some other things that can buff them. We're hopefully going to buff these two. I'm hoping that we don't draw Tundra Rhino until we need Tundra Rhino. That's why there's only one Tundra Rhino in this deck, is to limit the that. Okay. Well, we don't want to play that. Let's play this. Let's just get that. So, see if we can buff. Our opponent may not play minions. This might be a minionless deck. They might be playing that deck. Hey, also, what if we didn't fight a mage? That would be pretty neat. If, and I'm going to say this, because also, this isn't going to, well, we can do face damage, so, oh yeah. I'm a little worried that Slick Dick isn't going to play All right, we didn't get that. It was good. We actually don't want Tundra Rhino. We could buff Tundra Rhino. I'd rather just draw next turn. Um, yeah, let's find out if Slick Dick. Uh, oh, Slick Dick played a minion. Okay, we can shoot that minion. Uh, let's hope this isn't Counterspell. Oh, hey, the one we wanted buff got buffed. Now, you're saying to yourself, Pat, could you play this before you play this, guaranteeing that this gets that? And the answer is yes, I can. We also would love to test for Counterspell before we play this because this is a great buff. That's awesome. This is going in our pocket. Are we playing this right now? No, we are playing this right before our combo turn to guarantee that we pull Tundra Rhino. So let us pull that. And let's pull that. Great. So now this is going to buff this unless we pull Tundra Rhino. You know, we draw Tundra Rhino, which obviously we don't want to do, until we're ready for it. This is great. This is going pretty okay. Just go face. Okay. Do that. And, okay, it was duplicate. Great. I love it when it's duplicate because I don't care about that. Play that thing again. That's fine. We got this. This is an 8/8. Next turn, we are going to draw this. Maybe. I don't know if we are. We aren't. If we could buff this up to like 10, maybe. There's more to buff. There's more buffing to do on this card before we try to draw that. I would actually prefer to get like Hunting Party so that we can. Hunting Party would be great because then we could copy this. Hunting Party or Wild Tamer and get like duplicates of that would be pretty great. So that's kind of what we're hoping for. Okay. That's a lot of face damage, so you know that sucks. Do that. And great. Scrap Shot. Perfect. We drew Scrap Shot. We can make this an 11/11. That's awesome. We're looking at that being 22 of damage. And also, our Tundra Rhino will be, we'll get 4. Okay, so our opponent is definitely going to go off soon. So, that's not good. So we kind of need to get this going here. So we're going to play this first, because playing this first means that this is now a 13/13. And now we'll draw our card. So, if our opponent somehow, miraculously, if they play a spell and we get rid of that, or we get rid of what they're trying to do, there is a chance here that we can win next turn. It isn't just a chance, though, because we might be a goner, because they have Emperor Thorson. So, if they've got their combo, do they have their combo, or did they just do a bunch of damage to us? They just did a bunch of damage to us. Okay. Do we actually have enough damage here? We do. We should not have won that one either! Our opponent probably did not have all their combo pieces. If you're playing Thorson, then you are trying to play something that costs more mana than you have. Yeah, that is a... Yes, 13 plus 13 plus 4 equals 30. Also, Aristophan, we did also have 2 face damage from our hero power. So, yeah, we were good. That last buff worked out great. Also, increasing Tundra Rhino was great. Let's play it one more time. Uh, Again, it is important to remind y'all. I would not copy this deck code. I would not copy this deck. I would say no. It's fun though. I like it because you can win like that on turn 8. You know, I don't often play OTK decks. I often play weirdo decks. Let's keep Animal Companion because we don't have anything right now. All right, we got Wolftinger, so we know what our turn 2 is. Try to buff that. We got Animal Companion, so we know what our turn 3 is. Even though this is green, we don't play it unless we have another one in our hands, and then we're trying to limit that. But, okay. Hey, also, we're not playing a mage, so I kind of don't care if we lose. I mean, I don't want to lose. But also, if we lose to a mage that is, just trying not to spend all their mana, and then do a bunch of battle cries, like, okay. All right. Hunting party, okay. All right. It might be a while before our opponent plays beasts, or minions, I should say. Plays a minion to unlock our hidden cache. So we maybe probably should unpressure plate, but also if they don't play a minion, pressure plate doesn't work either. So that's okay. That was the perfect thing there. All right, so we are going to play Shandu because Shandu will make our Tundra Rhino a little bigger. It will also make the other Whoop bigger, which certainly will help. It couldn't hurt. So now that's a 2-2, so we're getting that there. If we draw that, we can now build that up a little bit. Also, we weren't going to effectively use all our mana anyway, so we might as well do that. I don't want to copy this until it has buffs, so Hunting Party doesn't really help. Okay, we also pulled Tundra Rhino, which is a bummer. We, of course, would like Tundra Rhino to come later because we don't want to accidentally buff that with hidden cache or anything like that. But if we got to, we got to. That's not going to live on the board before our combo turn anyway, but that will buff it. But right now, we could theoretically combo next turn, but we are definitely not doing enough damage because this has 0 buffs on it. You do always run the risk. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yep, we ran the risk there. We now have a 5/8 Tundra Rhino, which we can copy, and then on turn 10, play 2 of them. Do that. Get rid of you. Let's do that. What is their hero power now? Oh, their battle cries. Oh, no. Do you choose one effects? Use both of them. So you do this. This is supposed to be either gain 2/2 or summon a copy. It does both. It's a pretty great hero. It's a pretty great quest. Especially because it just means that you're just not using all your mana every turn. It ticks. It's pretty great. So, they're doing exactly what their deck needs to do, and we're not. And that sucks. I would love to draw Scavenger's Ingenuity just to get our other Whoop in there. On turn 9, we might just copy this beast just to get 2 Tundra Rhinos, which is not going to be enough. I hope our opponent plays a spell. We can get rid of this 5/3, although I wish they played a spell first. But yeah. Oh, they're going to heal themselves. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely in trouble because this deck has some healing. All right, let's just apply some pressure. I really don't want to copy this, but if we do 10 face, we do 10 face. Obviously, first time we played this kind of worked out for us. Second time we played it, it worked out really well for us. Now, not working out as well. And that's what this deck does, unfortunately. All right. Yep. So now they got a 6/6, and they healed themselves up to full. We are definitely in trouble on that. So let's draw a card here. Master's Call. All right, Master's Call. Give us a buff. We'll just take this just so we have it in hand because we can always at least duplicate this. Hopefully, we'll be able to buff it at a certain point. And we'll just do this, which does not help us much, but it does something. Yeah, we're in trouble, but we'll figure it out. Or we won't. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Our opponent just has a lot of great options, and we don't. I gotta get rid of that. So we know we're doing this. Now, we could have tracking into Scavenger's Ingenuity, which would have given us, or not Scavenger's, Scrap Shot, but I don't want to risk that there. We don't need minions now. We can't play that. Play that. We're just going to do this. And we're just going to play that just to put some things on the board. Yeah, we'll just do that. And we're just going to hope our opponent decides to trade. I don't know why they would. Yeah, they're just going to do that. Yeah. Okay, we lost. We played a deck that's way better than us, where our opponent had very good card draw. Our cards didn't come the way we needed them to. And we were never going to get our combo off the right way. And you know, that happens. Let's switch over back to Grand Spite. Grand Spite, this deck. I actually think this deck is a better one because it is not a combo-based deck. It is a deck that... Oh, great. It loaded this time. Great. This is a deck that does stuff and plays cards that do things. And also, like, I don't often play decks that are mostly beasts or mostly minions, so it's kind of fun. We definitely don't want that. We're against a Warlock here. Vicious Scalehide's pretty good. We'll let that go. We'll let that go. We'll keep Vicious Scalehide just to maybe, you know, kind of help control the board a little bit. Ooh, that's real good. And that's real good. Coin 5, you know, Coin Spiteful is great. Yeah. So we're not going to coin because we would like to do that. But we have a lot of options here. We can always play our Darnassus there, which isn't really going to help us because they're going to be able to do something about it. But we can do this, which at the very least clears their board a bit, gives us a little health. We don't know what kind of Warlock we're playing here. I doubt it's Zoo. I'm assuming that it is most likely a new version of a new variant of Warlock there that's playing a lot of healing. Or it could be, you know, it wants to play Flesh Tomb, so it's, you know, doing all that. That's a bummer draw. We don't want to be drawing this card. We have 4 spells in our deck. We would like to not draw our spells. Thank you very much. All right, so I think we're just going to put some friends on the table here. Let's get it there. Turn 4, we can do Albatross, which will hopefully mess with their stuff. But yeah, I expect to see Flesh Giants because Warlock did not need a giant again. It did not need a giant, but it got one. Okay, Dark Glare. Ooh, Dark Glare is pretty fun. Do damage, get some mana back. You don't even need the mana for that. You did damage, you got mana back. Now you have all your mana back. It's like you didn't even play this. That's a fun combo. I think our opponent, I'm going to guess, plays this deck a bunch. We still have 30 health. We're going to lose some of that, obviously, but we're going to be an okay spot to hopefully get to turn 5 in order to play Spiteful, which would be great. And Spiteful could turn things around. I don't know if it will, but it could. Uh, we just have to hope that for 2 turns. Oof. Oof, we're in trouble. We're just going to have to hope that for 2 turns, we don't draw one more turn of not drawing Survival of the Fittest. So let's play this. That's the best we can do here. Obviously, our opponent is down to 15, but we at 1. We're going to take some damage here. And 2, our opponent has some ways to get around that. Okay, drawing some demons. That's good for us. Using 3 of your mana to draw demons, that's very good for us. That's also pretty okay for us. You know, you're getting your mana back a bit, but we're just hoping that next turn is a swing turn. Okay. All right. Enhanceomatic is in. That's just in your deck. Enhanceomatic is just in your deck. I have not seen this card outside of like Arena in a long time. That's actually kind of cool. Oh, I don't know why you did that. I mean, I guess you're protecting this. Shit. Okay. Welcome to Wild. Yeah, Aristovan. So now we have a 50. Now we have 2 in there. And we probably don't want to play Grand Archivist if that comes up. But let's see here. We're drawing a 10 drop. What 10 drop are we going to get? What do we do? It's random. We don't know. We don't know. Let's gamble. And it's good. It's probably not enough after their last turn, which was very good. But we do have a 12/12 that they can't target with a spell directly. It's kind of neat that we got to do that. We have no real follow-up. Ziliax would be nice. The other Spiteful would be nice. But yeah, we don't have taunts outside. We have 1 taunt in our deck. Basically, we need to play against decks that don't do anything until late game, which is good for Wild because a lot of people don't do anything until late game because they're doing their reactionary, their control decks. This deck really wants to fight a control deck and then overwhelm them. And we did not do that this game. Because they know they have 2-turn lethal. Because we're not going to be able to clear next turn. They don't know what we have, but they probably assume we can't. Cool. Shadow Flame. That is one way to clear. Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Take out the 12/12. And there's that Flesh Giant. Hey, Flesh Giant. Welcome, welcome. Cool, cool, cool. Glad to see you. It's Ziliax. Does that actually help us? Not really. Because we can't even get rid of this thing. Can only do that. Yeah, we're just gonna we're done. We didn't win that one. It's okay. I'm having fun with it though. What's going on here? Okay. Well, let's just play our pure evolve deck. This deck gets more wins than other decks. Is it good? No. Is it okay? Yes. This is an okay deck. I'm gonna drink a little water here. This deck is fun. You can get people to concede pretty easily with this deck because you can have some very good turns. All right, we don't want any of this. We're keeping Devolve because if this is a totem deck, is it weird that I hate playing Tog but love watching it? TCG, not Tog. TCGs. No, they're totally fun to watch. I totally understand that. I watched Hearth. God, that was weird. Came out of my mouth weird. Um, Spend all your mana, summon a minion of that cost. I really enjoy watching Hearthstone before I started playing it. I watched it for I think a year before I was like, yeah, you know what, I want to try that out because I was bored. No, that's totally fine. There turns out I like watching Fall Guys a lot more than I like playing Fall Guys. That's my current thing that I really enjoy. Evolve's great. So, uh, Transfer Student. Does Transfer Student really belong in this deck? Does it evolve things? No. So it's in this deck because it does different things depending on the board you're playing. So on this board, you spend all your mana and you summon a random minion at that cost, which is a fun mechanic. On another board, you get Reborn. Another one, you get Rush. Another one, you do two damage. I like it because it's different. Hey, Q Cubed, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that very much. Welcome, welcome. We got two of our evolves, which is pretty good. So if we play this right now, we just get a random zero cost, so it's just a 1/1 because it's just like a wisp or whatever. So that's not great. So we're just going to play a totem here. We are looking for Desert Hare. We can live the dream. This deck wants to play Desert Hare, Coin, Evolve on turn 4. Actually, turn 3. Turn 3. But on turn 4, without the coin. But also on turn 5, we can do it with Doppelgangster, which is pretty great. Okay. Muck Morpher. That's our opponent just did the thing their deck is supposed to do, which is cool. And we're going to do one of the things our deck does, which is stall for time. And by stall, I mean devolve. Now you have a 7/7. Now, you still have a 7/7, but you don't have a 4/4 and then a 7/7. So I'm okay with that. And that's all we can. Well, we'll just do this. We'll just do that because that's something we can do with that. Now I got a 2/2. It's better than a 0/1. I would really like to draw something that we can evolve. We also, at a certain point, could just play this. We can also just have a 3/5. Make our opponent have to do something with that. Unstable Evolution, that's not bad. We can evolve this I think we're just going to evolve this 4 times. We're going to go face and just do that. Okay, we did that. That's not the worst. That's all right. But yeah, now we got an 8/8. It does yeah. Freeze it. So let's do that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 9/7. Shuffle that back into the deck. There we go. Now we got a big friend. Now we got a 9/7 on the board. And if we draw Doppelgangster next turn, we can coin evolve Doppelgangsters and make us some big friends. That would also be great. You have a devolve. Great. Well, now it's a 5. Well, that's a shitty 6-drop. We here in the business call that a shitty 6-drop. Okay. Oh, you have devolving missiles. Cool. Now we have... Well, that's not the worst. We don't have 1-cost minion. We have Firefly. So that's not good. We eventually are probably just going to have to play this. But right now, we'll do this. Our opponent has just been able to keep hitting us with that 7/7. And I kind of... There we go. That slows him down a bit, maybe. I kind of really dislike that our opponent just gets to keep hitting us with that 7/7. Our deck hasn't really done what it's supposed to do. We haven't been able to do what the deck wants to do, which is frustrating. But our opponent can just keep doing things like that. But a swing turn could happen. That's the beauty thing of this deck. There we go. And as mentioned, a swing turn is coming. We'll give him armor because, whatever. We're not even going to use the... We might use the coin if this is bad. Uh, we would love to have a taunt because our opponent has lethal on board. So I would love one of these to be a taunt. Hell yeah! Oh, hell yeah! Look at that board! Uh, we did not discard anything, so that doesn't help. But we got a 7/7. We've got shit. Okay, well, our opponent had Torrent. We tried. Our opponent had Torrent. I don't know. I can't do anything about that. We did a big swing turn. It wasn't enough. I thought we had stabilized and then we could work on a comeback. We could not. That's all right. Let's try to get back to Platinum 4 with our Fun Evolve deck. We'll see what happens. I also wouldn't mind playing another more of our Grand Spite deck because I think our Grand Spite deck is fun. Uh, also, things are a little different because it's the summer and also because a lot of people are home. I do better in the daytime than I do at night playing Hearthstone. Uh, that's nothing. That's nothing new or surprising. I do like Bog Spine Knuckles, but we'll keep Firefly because it gives us something to play in the beginning. Um, okay, Quarter Creeper. I don't mind having. I don't mind Quarter Creeper with Unstable Evolution, especially with cards that our opponent will hopefully clear. If we can get this down to cost a little bit, then we can play Unstable Evolution and on it for cheap. I do not enjoy that our opponent is this. It's counterspell. Great. We at least used one counterspell up. I don't mind using that there. We didn't have anything to coin early anyway, and I'd rather. Okay, so let's just say, folks, unless it is played off of a card generation, we have gotten rid of a counterspell. I'm feeling okay about that. I don't like, wasting my coin there, but I don't mind doing that just to find out. We got Devolve. That's good. We're just going to do this. Try to lower the cost of our Corridor Creeper. Again, we will have to play something before we play Unstable Evolution to test for the other counterspell. Maybe we'll try to devolve. Maybe we'll try to mutate. We can always mutate this to get something else. We got some options. Hello, everybody who's just joining us. Thanks, welcome. We're playing some Hearthstone. Just playing some Hearthstone. Cool. I don't have any way to clear that right now. I mean, I do. So we're going to do this. It's not counterspell, which means that we can play this, and we can do that. Great. Do I want a Weasel in my deck? No. Do I want that card to our opponent to get, or maybe that's, yeah, no, we don't want any of that stuff. So we assume it's Flame Ward. Maybe I shouldn't play the 1/2, but like I said, I am trying to get this down to cost less because that makes my life easier if it costs less. Because then I can do a fun combo with that, or also I can also use my weapon with it, so I wouldn't mind this costing less. Next turn, we can also transform one of these if they live. Does not look like they will. Are you gonna hero power trade? Okay, you are. Now we have a Weasel in our deck. That's not fun. This costs 2 now, which is good. We could play that next turn if we wanted to. I wish we had an Evolve. That sucks. We don't. But we're just going to play this as a 4/5. We're just going to play it as a 4/5, have a 4/5 on the board. Again, I'm trying to get this down to basically free. Okay, that's not to our face. We'll take it. You're not going to do that to our face. I'm happy about that. This cost 1, so that is worth just playing there. Ooh. Ooh, that's good. That's very good, because they just used Fireball. Alright, so we'll just... You know, we wanted mana so we could play a bunch of Unstable Evolutions, but sometimes you just end up with a good 8-drop. That's just a good 8-drop. Like, we're going to get a 5-5 with Lifesteal when this dies. It's a 5-7 with Taunt. Like, that's just a... This is just a great 8-drop. We played for, you know, like, yeah, we're definitely going to do that. They had the other Fireball, folks, but they're using that Fireball not on our face. Okay. So, I'm assuming that this is Flame Ward, which is why you did that. So we would need to cast a spell for this to work. That's a weird card. We don't have that. So, we're just going to do this. And it was Flame Ward. That's okay, because we didn't have a spell to play there anyway. We don't want to play that yet. We could, but I kind of like this as whatever, but let's just do this. See if we can buff that up. Also, if we have any sort of a board here, we do have Bog Spine. Also, turn 8, we can play these together, which is a great combo. We could have played Clacker. But once we got this, I would rather play a 3-5 that could become a 6-drop and encourage our opponent to have to deal with it. Okay. You don't love to see that. You also don't love to know what that secret is. What's that secret? I don't know what it is. I'm going to guess... Ooh. Ooh. Okay. We can play both those next turn. So, we're going to hope that our opponent does not have weapon removal, because that would be a real bummer for us. And then we're going to do this. We'll do this. Great. We did that in case it was duplicate, because we did not want our opponent to get more of these and deal 3 damage. But we don't mind them pulling more secrets because they're just going to pull more secrets anyway. Hell yeah! Oh, that's awesome. Look at this. Look at this, friend. This 4-9 just gave us a very cool dragon. Oh, you had another one of those, huh? Okay. What else? Oh, you have another secret. Weird. I mean, yeah, we do. When you draw a card, you put another copy in your hand. That's a very good card. So, this isn't really a big deal. We kind of have to test for Flame Ward here. It's not Flame Ward. So, we'll play this. Because it was explosive runes. We'll take 4 damage with explosive runes. That's okay. We're still at 24. It's a bummer, but that's the way things go. And then we're just going to do this. And now we have a really big board. Look at our really big board. Now also all our cards cost 5, which is only good for Cro-Magnus. And not good. Because normally I would mutate this because it's a terrible 6-drop. But we can't mutate that because we have this thing. All our cards cost 5. And we even have Spirit of the Shark. This costs 5. Alright, we're going to make a little room here. I don't want to play that because that rules. Have we played a spell? No. Do I still think that even without not playing a spell, that that's Ice Block? Yes, I do. I do believe that to be Ice Block. Mostly, I just want to play this without having evolve, it doesn't make sense to play doppelgangster. Hey, cool, you drew Prince. That's a top deck. That's a fucking top deck. I got 2 unstable evolutions. That's fun. So it was an ice block. We win. It was an ice block. Oh, it was probably counterspell. It's probably the other counterspell that we couldn't play because all our spells cost 5, or all our cards cost 5, because of Sea Witch, Naga Sea Witch. That's what this deck is supposed to do. Big swings, y'all. Big old swings. It's evolve. Big swings. Let's just play Grand Spite again. Let's play this one. This one. This is. I said I was going to play some new decks. I'm playing one of my old standby decks. The only has one new card in it. Well, 2 copies of one new card. All thanks to the Spirit of the Shark. That's right, Shark 2K. It was our good luck charm. Okay, we want 2 of these cards. We love having a turn 1. We don't want Grand Archivist right now. We want this because we want to draw some mana. We'll put that there. Really, honestly, Grand Archivist is good, but we really want Spiteful Summoner because we can get some mana to get Spiteful Summoner out quicker. And we also don't want that to happen. We now have one of our cards. And also, if we're going to pull Ultimate Infestation, I would much rather pull Ultimate Infestation over Survival of the Fittest because Grand Archivist can play Survival of the Fittest and it benefits us no matter what. Whereas, okay, we're just your spells, cool. That's fine. That's fine. We're going to play Crawler. We might coin Escape Mana Saber, but most likely we're going to just keep our coin for we need it. We also, yeah. Shendu. I mean, I don't want to play the coin and find out we can't play the coin, so we're just going to do this. Get our beasts. Order Lull. We should have done this first. Because we now did... Yes. Order Lull. It was not Counterspell. It was indeed Flame Ward. And we just destroyed a 3/3 that we did not need to. Someday, I will learn not to mess up that with that. Was that today? No. Well, our Bad Luck Albatross is good. Alright, so we have access to 6 mana next turn, so we draw our Spiteful. We can play our Spiteful. Figure it out. If we drew Spiteful, it would be pretty cool. It's not Spiteful, but we're still going to play it because this will give us a Mana Crystal, and that's fun to have. So, first we'll do this. So we have 6 mana. So we can do this. And we can do this. Now we have 6 mana. Now, next turn, we'll have 7 mana crystals. Unless our opponent decides to clear this. Which they could decide to do. I'm not their boss. Okay. Well, that's just rude. That's just rude. Hey, Bronze. It's not going to be enough. We have to coin and swing into it. So we'll just do this. And we'll just do that. No sense rushing with that. We have not drawn either of our Spitefuls or either of our Grand Archivists. Now, if you're saying, Pat, well, you mulliganed one in the beginning. You're right, I did. Okay. This is going not so great. Hey, we don't have enough mana for this. Oh, we do. We have coin. Hey, what if this wasn't Counterspell? Wouldn't that be great? we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna hope that this is not counterspell. It would be awesome if you were not counterspell. You were not counterspell. Cool. Now, if this is survival of the fittest, great. If this is ultimate infestation and it hits any of these, great. Oh, we got here. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego the Scythe emote in the chat. Hey, it went face. That's awesome. We drew a bunch of cards. I got a 5 on the board, 5 armor. Perfect timing to jump in after that card did exactly what it was supposed to do. And, oh, we got another one. Cal Unit. Also subscribed. Thank you so much. With Twitch Prime. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. Heck yeah. Appreciate it very, very much. Thanks for joining. Okay, we drew another one there. They got rid of our Grand Archivist, which is a shame. But now we have the other Survival of the Fittest, and that's not great. And we have that. So basically, our Spiteful Summoners are worthless, which is bad. Well, we got that, so we can play this. And let's play this. And let's play that. And let's just do a bunch of things that we do. We'll do this. So I don't mind you freezing. There. And have some albatrosses. And have some albatrosses. And have... I hope our opponent likes albatrosses. How many Gundam models would it take to kit bash a Deathwing? Ooh. So, let's see. Well, there's a dragon. There's a high-grade dragon kit. It's not an SD, but it's SD-like. That's a dragon thing. So you build off that. There's the Epion. You could do the wings. Yeah, Epion you could use for that kind of wing, or the Gundam wing, obviously. The feathers from Endless Waltz, you could kind of make that. Ooh, well, I can't think about this now because I got stuff going on here. What's this? Okay, it's Ice Block or Spellbender. Wings for the Wing Zero, even custom. Yeah, no, I definitely think that's the way to go. Hey, let's get some health. That's Ice Block. Probably. And if it's not Ice Block, that's okay. If it's Spellbender, that's fine. So we're probably going to play Survival of the Fittest next turn, which is great. We're going to be able to draw some cards. Spiteful is a dead card right now, which is, a bummer. Oh, no! Yucks! Oh, no! Okay. That's good. Okay. 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 Oh, you. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's a bad Yogg box. Okay. That's a real bad Yogg box. Outside of the armor they got, but my minions cost 1 less. That's a pretty bad Yogg. Oh, they got bronze. Hey, what's up? This thing doesn't do anything because we have no spells in our deck. Yeah, that Yogg Saran didn't really do what they needed it to do, which is awesome. We don't have really other minions here. I mean, we could. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to get rid of this because it could do some stuff. Yep, and now we know it's Ice Block, which we knew. We knew it was Ice Block. Don't get it twisted. We knew it was Ice Block. All right, and then we're just gonna play this, which doesn't really help us. Um, basically, I'm fine with drawing the rest of our deck, messing ourselves up. Uh, I need Brawn off the board. We gotta get some damage in. Um, and we can Jaina. Okay, Jaina, great. Okay. Well, we can't have this around anymore. That's all right. So we're gonna get rid of that. Problem is, we're gonna draw here. So fine with that. Did we miss lethal? No, because ice block. We definitely didn't miss lethal because there's an ice block, and I just assumed that we didn't miss lethal because there's an ice block. Look, I'm just gonna assume. Basically, I didn't want to these card. I want to have these cards because we're gonna draw them. We could have popped the block by playing Survival of the Fittest. We could have popped the block. Okay. Well, now we won't draw. Okay. Okay. So we really can't play that. Yep. That was ice block. Let's just hope our opponent doesn't have another ice block. So let's just get a board. Build us up a board here. And hopefully enough of this board lives that we can buff it. Okay, freezing it. All right, that is a way to go. All right, making yourself another 3/6. Okay, these are all great things for us. These are all fine. Great. Because we can get 2-turn lethal here. Because obviously, we can make this nice and big. If we survive, we also have to get through some things. We also have to hope they don't freeze us. We're just going to do it. We have no right to win this game, so if we do, I'm happy. If we don't, I'm also okay. But if they're not going to freeze us, we got 13. Okay. Okay. First we do this. Then we surprise you by having a taunt or a charge minion. And then we win. A game we should not have. Because literally only Grand Archivist did its job once. And we overdrew. Yeah. Heck yeah. That feels like a better win. Did we win? Mostly because they played the box, the magic box of Yaxaran. Yeah, the box really gave us the victory there. That's not a good card to play if you want to win. If you don't want to win, it's a fine card to play. But yeah, our opponent definitely had a lot of advantages that they let slip through their fingers just so they could use Yogg. Use that card. And I'm not complaining because we won. I'll take it. Oh, we got here. Shark2K just subscribed. It finally showed up. Yes, you subscribed, which was Prime for 8 months. Thank you so much. Gonna hit the old applause there. Thank you for renewing. I'm glad that showed up so that you could tell us, because I know that you said you had renewed already, and I appreciate it very much. So we don't want that, and we don't want that, and we don't really want bronze. Brawn is better. You know, we could play it on turn 3 just to freak out our opponent, especially if our opponent is doing hand buffs. They're doing hand jives. We don't want that, but we'll just play some beast. Yeah, well met to you, my friend. Hello. I don't really love to see that too early, but we'll play that, and we'll do greetings there. Say hi. Yeah, I just got a 1-3. I don't know. You got a 1-1? I'm going to run into it. Okay, we're just going to do it like that. Maybe I'll swing at it. Grand Archivist, again, I'd much rather have Spiteful Summoner, but I'll take a Grand Archivist. Now, is there a version of this deck where you don't run Survival, or where you don't run Ultimate Infestation, and instead just run Survival of the Fittest? There's probably a version of this deck that does that. And maybe an 8-mana card or something, or a 9-mana card spell. Probably. There's probably a version that does that. That's better. Alright, we're going to keep... We got this here. Keep the coin so we can maybe play this in turn 7. That would be great. Maybe we'll find some of our mana creators. That would be good. Okay, if we don't, there's Spiteful. Turn 5, Spiteful Summoner. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I do like to see. We're just going to swing into that. Our opponent has not done anything yet, which is, in some instances, is worrying. In our case, it just means that we might get to do the things we want to do with our deck, while our opponent tries to draw the cards they need to draw. Okay, there you go. That's something. Yeah, there's a buff for you. Okay, well that's bad. I would like one of our 3 spells to not show up in the next draw. Also, having that be not in the available for Grand Archivist is bad for us. It just is. I mean, we could charge in. I like keeping this around for emergencies. I like playing that into this. So we'll take the hit. Keep a little pressure on the board. It's not pressure. Keep a little bodies on the board to absorb some punishment, and hopefully we can do the thing we want to do. Okay? Yeah. All right. Yeah. You got to discount your Librams. Okay. Again, I need to stop drawing these things. Now, Grand Archivist only does Ultimate Infestation, and we get a 10 drop because of Ultimate Infestation being in there, but our Grand Archivist is now not as good. So that's good though. And what do you got for me? You got a hey, it's a 12-12. You know what they say? Oh, it's a 12-12. That's what they say. I'll take it. Hey! Boo! Boo! That was a 12-12. Boo! Boo! Oh, what's up, Bran? Boo!
Revenge.
Boo hurts. There. Worry about that. Boo. Man. I'm going to play Grand Archivist. I'm going to hit myself in the face. I'm going to draw a bunch of cards I don't need. Yeah. You don't have any neutrals. I know you don't. Cool. Great. Clear that if I want. Boo. Clearing my 12-12. Hey, Rock Caller. I have to play you first, or you don't do what you're supposed to do. And then I gotta, doesn't matter, I'm just gonna charge into that. So we will do this, and this, and this, and that. Could have saved it, don't really need to. We're not hitting turn 10. We're not making this a 5-5, like, we're not making this a 5-5. It's just not going to happen. I don't think we're going to get turn 10. We're going to hit ourselves next turn in the face. We're also playing a deck we can't beat, probably, maybe, possibly not. I mean, we're going to run this into this, unless you decide to clear it, which you could. No, you're gonna go face. Yeah, you know you could. Um, we could hit this. I mean, this is just bad. Yep. Okay. Now, who are you gonna hit? Okay. We can play. We've got our Spiteful Summoner. We can play next turn. So that's not bad. It makes our other Grand Arc, Grand Arc still play. Okay. Well, that sucks. That's all right. We're not gonna win this one. But let's play our other. Let's play our other Spiteful, because we can play Spiteful and our Rush, and that's kind of fun. So let's do this. Let's see what we get. Getting a 10 drop that we can swing with. Hey, it's an 8/8. Okay. So we can do. Get a little more health. Rush it. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. That was probably our best bet there. I assume our opponent has a way to get rid of an 8/5. And then all we can do is just make these bigger. I mean, we can get some big healing in 2 turns, maybe. Ziliax would be good. We can make our Ziliax real big. That's fun. Yeah. We figured our opponent had a way to clear that. Hopefully they just can't really reboard their... Well, they're rebuilding a little bit. Okay. Okay. I don't know why you played that, but you did. So we're gonna take 6 here. I'm not mad at 6 because we are buffing up our friends. If we can play this Vicious Scalehide and either the other Vicious Scalehide or the other Ziliax, the one is Ziliax, we can do some healing. This is still an uphill battle. Well, that's not great. Well, no, you got okay. You got to play. You're just gonna oof. Our opponent is just gonna trounce us. Yeah, we're definitely in trouble here. We really need Devolve. We're not gonna get we need Devolving Missiles pretty badly. We're not getting that. It's okay. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, well, we got that, which does not clear it. So that's not good. And yeah. Okay, well, we'll just concede that. Yeah. Maybe if they hadn't pulled that, we might have been able to hang out for a bit. But yeah, that's not going to do it the way we need to. Okay. I'd like to end on a win. So let's go. No. You know what? I was going to say let's try to end on a win. Let's just end on a weird. We're going to play King Portal. We're going to do it casual because I do not want to drop back down to rank 5. So let's do casual. We might have to wait a little while to see if someone wants to play casual wild. No, we didn't have to wait that long. That's good. Now, this deck is bad. And it doesn't do anything that we want. If you haven't seen me play this deck, I played it a couple weeks ago. This deck wants to do just 2 things. It wants to play Dark Portal, and then it wants to play which on turn 4, which makes turn 5 pulls King Pharaohs, makes it cost 5. Then on turn 5, you play King Pharaohs. You summon minions, random minions. It's fun. So we have to 1, not draw King Pharaohs, and 2, draw Dark Portal. We did get a Dark Portal, which is great, which means that we need to just now have 8 cards. We will play Plot Twist if we get King Pharaohs. We do not want King Pharaohs. Uh, if we can get Twisted Knowledge, that would be great. Hey, I got a question for you folks. Why is it that as soon as we don't play the deck that has a Garaka Crawler, that we get Murlocs? Siphon Soul is good. So now we just want big spells. We want some big spells so we can get some big minions. We need this. We need 8 cards on turn 4. Okay, I don't mind any of this because basically also we do not want to draw King Pharaohs. Shadow Council is great because it's something to do after this. Doesn't work. We have 2, 4, 6, 7. So 2, 4, 6, 7. Which means we will not risk drawing King Pharaohs so that next turn we will have 8 cards and we can play it because this counts as 8. So, it's the only minion in our deck. We have 1 turn to not draw that card. If we don't draw it, we can do this. We didn't draw it. Great. So we're going to play this. Great. Now all we have to do is survive 1 more turn. If our opponent can't do more than 7 damage, we'll play it. Now, do we win? Is there a win condition in this deck? No. Our opponent is taking away so much of our life. We're just the win condition is that we just did the thing. The fact that we're going to do the thing on the first try makes me happy. Now we could end up with rush minions that heal or taunts. We've got a bunch of different options. If we had the coin, we could coin this and replace our hand. We got no healing. The old pit cross. We did get that. Our opponent does have lethal on board, but we did do the thing. So, we did the thing. Hey, you don't even need that. You already won. You already had lethal on board. You didn't need to do that. But we did the thing, folks. That's the important thing. Because this deck wants to do that. Obviously, it doesn't want to take as much damage as we took, but it wants to do that. This is the worst deck. One of the worst decks I've ever played because there is no win condition. It's just a silly combo you can do. It's just that you can Dark Portal into King Pharaohs. It's not good, but that is a deck that we can do. All right, so that is going to do it for tonight. We are going to go and raid. Important things for me to tell you before we go, while I figure out who we should go raid, and so I have things to chat with you about. Important things. 1, my stream tomorrow. Most of the stream tomorrow will be me continuing to put decals on our Defiant. I don't know when I'm going to be done. There's a lot of decals. I'm not going to put all of them on there, but I'm going to do more decals because it is a fun challenge for me to do that. So that's tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. For that, so please tune in. I have a model kit to start after that. I don't know if we're going to do the whole stream or not. I haven't decided, but we will be playing that for quite. I will be doing that for quite a bit. Next Wednesday, my next build stream. Please come check that out. It'll be the first build stream of September, and my goal is to play Jackbox with all of you. You know, we're a month away from a new Jackbox in October, but let's start September off right with some Jackbox. That's next week. So feel free to come to that. I'm going to see what... Okay. The last time we raided my friend Ben, which was fun, he couldn't really engage with us because he was playing a 4-person thing, and we probably shouldn't have raided him. But my friend Ben Wheeler is a great dude, and he's playing Magic the Gathering. And we played Hearthstone, so let's move on to another card game that's played digitally by raiding Ben, because Ben rules. So yeah, let's go do that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you don't want to come on the raid, that's okay. Come hang out tomorrow for another build stream. Thanks so much for watching. Also, a reminder, on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun for Kathleen's Island Tour. I did last Sunday. I'm doing this Sunday. So that's a special thing I wanted to promote because it's fun. Thanks for coming along, the few of you are, and I hope you have a great night. I'll see you on the next Build with Bear. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.